hard to do that, especially at this level when it's like every part of you is like, I just want you round, and then when you get it, you're like, oh my God, now what? What do we do? She's round. And that's why it's like always have a next step in mind, and especially with her, always be asking for more. There's got to be a place where she wins, like, you know, like we don't want to set her up for failure where there's no way she can ever be right. So it needs to like change, where it's like, good, now you're here, now we can work on this other thing that's maybe easier. There we go. And so yeah, this direction, think a little more haunches to the outside. She seems like she pops her shoulder in both directions. So connect the outside rein.
She kind of overbends on this left.
Yeah. So then really connect the right rein and straighten her a little bit. Drive the haunches to the outside and bring that right shoulder around. There we go. Yeah, it does look like a little more crooked this way. So then think a little bit like counter flexion just for a step to make sure you know kind of where the shoulders need to be. It's just like, absolutely not, we're not doing that. There you go. And then that'll tell you, so the counter, a little tiny bit of counter flexion, almost so you know where straight is.
Right, okay.
And then you can kind of re-bend from there and decide how much bend is enough. There you go. And it gives you a feeling on the outside rein that you feel like you have control over the outside shoulder. And then as you start to then bend her again, you should be able to get the bend a little more correct so that you can kind of keep that control of the outside shoulder. There you go. She's like, no.
We're done.
Yeah. I'm sort of straight and I went on the bit once. We're done. There you go. Yeah, connect the outside rein. Keep that feeling of that you can move her shoulder a little bit to the inside on the circle. There you go. Yeah, and then start working her a little rounder, understanding that when you start asking her to be round, you can't stop until she's round. And it's that like, you know, and there's some days that you might come out and be like, I don't want to do this today, and just ride her on a loose rein, work on straightness, you know, don't open that can of worms. But the more times you open and you say, okay, we're going to go on the bit, and and then you lose and she wins by not going on the bit, the more you teach her that she can win, and she's not allowed to think that. There you go. Really nice there. Connect the outside rein. That's much better. And then a little lower. So it's like, there's great. She's a little off the underneck. Now take it a step further and say, but you're not probably going to stay there if I let go. There you go. You want to feel like no matter what happens, she stays really low and steady and connected. That's much better. So like, I like this. There you go. And yeah, keep that outside rein connected. Give yourself something to think about when she is round, like maybe more bend, maybe more straightness. There you go. Maybe a little like shoulder forward. That's excellent there. Yeah, connect the outside rein. Is she always better this way, or is this just like magic?
Usually, so the thing is like with our rides, it takes a long time for going.
Yeah, so maybe all that time the other way. Because I was like, this looks much better already. Like she's a little steadier there.
It's like, okay, we can work here. Like,
Good. I would still take it slightly lower. She's still got a little bit of tension in the underneck, which tells me she hasn't really quite on board. She's kind of just like, okay, I feel better, I'll go on the bit. But yeah, that's better. And you can see that going even an inch lower makes her feel a little unbalanced.
Right.
So that's where we see that when she releases that underneck, she's not comfortable with the rest of her working and holding herself up that way. And that's where we want to get her completely off that, so there's no part of her is being supported by that muscle that we don't want to build. And then you can kind of show her with the rest of her body how to then support herself. There you go, by driving the hind leg up underneath her, by using a little bit of thigh to slow the trot down if she's more comfortable, slightly slower, but this is awesome right here.
it feels like a lot more boost in her back.
Yeah, and it's that like that little bit of tension in the underneck then causes a little bit of tension. Like she's not even, like today, it wasn't even like she was super tense. It was like the tiniest bit of tension in this horse. She's so connected through her whole body where like a little bit of tension on the underneck means a little bit of tension right in front of the withers, which is going to travel down through the saddle, back behind the saddle, and all of a sudden you've got like an unrideable horse with like just the littlest bit of tension.
So is this low enough?
Yeah, this is good. That's exactly where I'd have her for like 6 months. It's going to be a little low. You might get dinged at a show, but like it's perfect. And she's really not behind the vertical at all. She's just a little on the lower side. But she's so uphill, you've got to work against what she normally wants to do. And this is perfect here. Good. And it looks like she'll stay there. I say that as she comes off the bit, but yeah. Good. So let's go ahead and start like kind of a figure 8, but stay on one circle until you feel like you've got it, and then switch directions. Stay on one circle until you've got it, switch directions, so that we don't, then ruin everything.